Hello and welcome back to another episode of Marvelous Videos. Today we've got something extra special in store for all the horror fanatics. In the horror community, Hellraiser is a film series that holds a rather important place in the hearts of all the fans. After all, this film series went on to provide inspiration to many other cultural touchstones such as Silent Hill, The Matrix, and even Stranger Things. Well, in today's video, we're going to explore a frightening creature from the world of Hellraiser. Over the years, we've seen many Cenobites, but there's no one quite like this duo. Get ready to dive into the deep origins of the Wire Twins, a deadly and dynamic duo that we're going to delve right into. But before we get too deep into our exploration, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to the channel. It's a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Who are the Wire Twins? In the world of Hellraiser, there's one particular place that plays a huge role in the entire storyline. And yeah, you probably guessed right, it's the Labyrinth, also known as Hell. It's an evil and unholy realm that takes pleasure in endless pain, ruled by none other than the demon god Leviathan. He can be seen levitating at the center of the labyrinth. Before we can understand who the Wire Twins are, it's essential to look at a faction of creatures known as the Cenobites. These are extra-dimensional entities that have been deformed, mutilated, and especially trained to torment humanity for eternity inside the labyrinth. A fun fact about the Cenobites is that they all originated as human beings before being turned into monstrous creatures. The only exception is Leviathan's daughter, Angelique. The Wire Twins are part of the Cenobite faction. When you first see them, they will seem otherworldly and horrific, but of course, they were once humans. In their human form, they appeared as perfect twins, exceptionally beautiful and obsessed with beauty. However, they soon encountered the Labyrinth, where Leviathan tore their minds apart, deformed them, and transformed them into Cenobites. They now appear as Leviathan's sisters of tormented pleasures, as mentioned in their official introduction. Wire Twins' role in Hellraiser Inferno. The Cenobites, known as the Wire Twins or Wire Sisters, appeared in the 5th installment of the Hellraiser film series, Hellraiser Inferno. It was directed by Scott Derrickson. Now that we know what the twin sisters were capable of, it's clear that they appeared in the film to torment someone. The person they chose as their victim was Detective Joseph Thorne, played by Craig Sheffer. In the film, Detective Thorne is a corrupt cop, often seen tampering with crime scenes and evidence. In Inferno, he even steals cash and cocaine from the evidence room of an ongoing investigation. Some might suggest that he is even the dirtiest cop, as he implicates his own partner, Detective Tony Nenonen, played by Nicholas Turturro, as the prime suspect in a crime. However, the twin Wire sisters are not concerned with moral policing, or maybe indirectly they are. They appear before Detective Thorne after he opens the Lament Configuration box. If you're a true Hellraiser fan, you already know what this box is, but let me jog your memory. It's a fictionalized lock puzzle box that might look like a traditional music box, but is actually much more. When Detective Thorne tampers with it, he's suddenly transported to his childhood room, then to another strange room where he meets the Wire sisters. Through a hole in the wall, the twin Wire sisters appear before him and begin seducing him. Although Thorne likely has no idea which realm he's entered, he seems to enjoy the experience. The twin Wire sisters look grotesque as ever with their long black tongues, but Thorne doesn't even flinch. They soon use their hands to penetrate his chest and the flesh beneath his skin. They rub their blood-soaked hands all over him, and he seems to enjoy it. It's as if they've sent him into a trance-like state where he's unaware of his current reality. Soon enough, he snaps back to his senses and runs away. It's suggested in the film that whoever opens that box starts receiving visits from hell. This might be true, since moments after Thorne runs from the twin Wire sisters, he encounters another Cenobite, one with no legs or eyes, just a torso that moves using its arms. At this point, it's clear that all these Cenobites are as deadly as any demon from hell and can be quite dangerous. However, the twin Wire sisters seem to have caused more psychological damage to Detective Thorne than physical harm. When Thorne first encountered them, he was cheating on his wife with a hooker. Some fans believe that the twin Wire sisters' appearance was a representation of his inner guilt for choosing the hooker over his wife. However, such theories have not been officially confirmed, so you're free to come up with your own interpretations. I like to believe that since he was such a sinful man, hell wanted him badly. Given his lustful nature, Leviathan sent his best seductresses to weaken his mental defenses and make him question his reality. The next day after this encounter, the hooker ends up dead. A tattoo on her body leads Thorne to a tattoo artist named Leon, who tells him about a dangerous person called the Engineer who wants the box back. Detective Thorne begins obsessing over this and starts searching for the Engineer. He uses his authority as a cop to intimidate Leon into revealing more information, but the tattoo artist remains tight-lipped. This is when Detective Thorne has his second encounter with a version of the twin Wire sisters. When Leon turns his back to walk away, Thorne notices a peculiar tattoo on his back. It seems to be that of the twin Wire sisters. As he focuses on it, the tattoo eerily starts to move. Thorne is just about to attack it when it's revealed to be a giant stigmata tattoo. This leaves Thorne disturbed and in shock. After this, he never encounters the twin Wire sisters again. By now, it's clear that the twin Wire sisters' role in Hellraiser Inferno was to install psychological fear within Detective Thorne, causing his psyche to break down. The more he mentally distanced himself from his reality, the closer he got to the gates of hell. The character design of the twin Wire sisters has done a phenomenal job of disturbing not just Thorne, but also scaring the audience. Now, let's take a closer look at this design. Looks and personality of the Wire Twins. As their name suggests, thin metal wires play a significant role in the Cenobite appearance of the Wire Twins. The Wire Twins are completely bald, but they have wires resembling hair attached to their heads, creating a high ponytail look, except it's made of wires. On their foreheads, where your hairline would typically start, there's a bunch of thin wires that connect to the ponytail wires atop their heads. They look so horrific that it appears their eyes have been stitched shut with wires. They also have red marks on their cheeks. Additionally, their tongues are exceptionally long and black, almost serpent-like, only thicker. The scene where the Wire Twins seduce Detective Thorne shows that their tongues are used to seduce, pleasure, and torture their victims. Their chins are also attached to the collar of their outfits by several wires. Their outfits are quite revealing for Cenobites, as they are portrayed as monsters meant to sexually torment the captives of hell forever. The stomach area of their outfits is cut out to reveal their open stomachs, which are stretched out and held open by a bunch of wires. Both sisters share a peculiar symbol carved into their flesh on the sides of their heads, though the symbols differ. One twin has a sickle symbol with a dot in the center and another behind the handle, while the other has a larger sickle with a line passing through it. In their human forms, the Wire Twins were incredibly beautiful and obsessed with aesthetics. After being transformed into Cenobites, they become sadomasochists, deriving sexual pleasure from inflicting pain on their victims. Among all the Cenobites in the labyrinth, the Wire Twins are perhaps the only ones who have been made to appear equally sensual and frightening. Marvelous verdict! Well, folks, that's the end of yet another marvelous video. In the Hellraiser universe, Cenobites are creatures we encounter often, but there's definitely no other Cenobites quite like the Wire Twins. They can play psychological tricks on their victims, scarring them so deeply that they might never return to reality. Clearly, this duo is dangerous, not just in their appearance, but in their actions as well. So, what's something about the Wire Twins that you like the most? Are they your favorite Cenobites from the labyrinth, or is there another character you prefer? Big Pinhead fan, maybe? And what other characters from the Hellraiser universe would you like us to explore? Let us know in the comments section down below. We're always looking for ideas for new videos. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button on your way out. It means the world to us when you help us grow. Until next time, guys, goodbye and have a good one.